It was a tense atmosphere on Monday at the Michael Imodo National Institute for Labour Studies, Ilorin, when members of the three in-house unions, NASU, SETRAI, and ASURI, held what is tagged strategic convergence to take a stand expressing their displeasure over the reappointment of Issa Aremu as the Director General of the Institute for a second term of 4 years. The presence of heavily armed police officers at site at the main entrance of the institute was the first hint that all cannot be well at the institute, but there were members of various unions gathered in numbers according to their unions deliberating on issues at stake. The union leaders called their gathering a convergence meeting, during which they leveled series of allegations against the immediate past Director General, Issa Aremu, ranging from high-handedness in his style of administration, alleging neglect of facilities and welfare of members. The staff took members of the press round the institute to see the level of decadence and dilapidation to the institute facilities, therefore calling on President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to have a rethink on the reappointment of Issa Aremu as DG of the institute for the second term of 4 years.
To address our members, there has been a lot of unease around the institute simply because for the last 4 years we have experienced an administration that did not help the mandate of the institute. The administration under Mr. Issa Aremu that lasted for 4 years since May 18, 2021. May 18, 2021 lapsed on Saturday, 17th of May. And it was not an administration that upheld the mandate of the institute. Here we are mandated to train workers generally, though we focus on trade unionists, but it's for workers generally in the West African sub-region. And we have been doing that for 42 years. Unfortunately for the institute, if I'm permitted to use that word, we had this experimental leadership foisted on us by the federal government in person of Mr. Issa Aremu. He came from outside the public service. He came from outside Michael Imodo, and he did not come with the spirit or the knowledge of how things work here. During his period, he was unteachable. He had his own mind and wanted to operate based on his own mind. A politician that did not hide what he came here to do. He was simply out for himself and not for staff development. And so it's been a terrible time for us for the 4 years. There was nothing supporting training or research in the institute as should be, despite the fact that we had releases from the federal government in form of our budgets yearly. The budget is available publicly, so we can have a look at what Michael Imodo has actually been receiving by way of the appropriation of the government and what you can see on ground in the institute. It has not been helpful. Staff development was also put on hold. He was only giving things as gratis, whatever he felt like doing, not what was proper and due. And so you find that for the period of his 4 years, you can point to very few of members of staff that were trained in their line of duty. And so it's been challenging. The facilities have not been upgraded, neither have they been maintained. You can go around, you will see the rot in our facilities. And this has put a lot of our clients off. People who would normally come here, be trained, people who will come and enjoy our facility because of what we had, will now come around to town, manage our halls, and lodge outside. Well, the halls, the training halls, they are nothing to write home about. We had participants who said they were not prepared to sit in JS class. Is that bad? What he has been parading in the media of recent as of international standard, if you see it, you will see there's nothing international about the standard. We don't have anything that is smart in our halls. Yet, it's expected that we should convince people to come. Again, I must point out that for the period of the years he spent here, he did not support what we call canvassing. That is, going around, we prepare the ground, go around the country to solicit for patronage and to fraternize with our regular clients. So it has become so difficult to get new people to come in here. When he goes out, he tells us he's the only canvasser. And then when he was out there, he has not really benefited the staff by bringing in people of worth to come and train here. Rather, he will push those who come in here away because of his style and his mannerism. It is open secret that he lacked, and he still, I want to believe, lacks civil communication skills. So he talks down on people, and all this attitude has really put our clients off. So it has demoralized staff because he does harass staff as well. He has demoralized staff. He has denied us of what ought to be in terms of our capacity building. And we have just been at a standstill. We thought it wise this morning to bring our members to date on what is happening. During the weekend, we saw this media propaganda claiming that he has been given an appointment to return to this place. Well, for those who have been conversant on this matter for the period, you will discover that you will find it on some particular reputable posts, and then it will be brought down few minutes or hours after that. That tells us that this is not real and it's just a propaganda, and we think it is wrong. Why should somebody think he can hold the members of staff of Michael Imodu National Institute for Labour Studies to ransom? Why? He came here and he said this institute is below him. Why must he think that he must come back to this institute to come and deny us of the opportunity to contribute our quota to the mandate of the current administration? As public servants, we are to translate the mandate of the current administration by ensuring that we put all those things that they have in plan to fore. And in our efforts to do that, Mr. Issa Aremu denied us the resources that the government released. We have a lot of evidences backing that up. We have written to the ministry so that we can have their attention to intervene in the matter, that we don't want him returned as our DG. Reason being that he keeps using a particular word. He says his tenure is renewable, and that attitude seems like that of impunity. Somebody who did not do well and wants to remain. A sit-tight leader is not what Nigeria needs at this time in developing this country. And we believe that the government of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, he will not support such administration of somebody who maligns people in the name of he can do and undo.
And I want to tell you that ever since the last 4 years, no staff of Michael Imodu has undergone any form of training. You can imagine a training institution where you train people and you are not trained. Staff welfare is zero. Ever since he came, everything about staff welfare is zero. On this note, I will only appeal to the government, that's Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and relevant stakeholders, that we need somebody who understands the mandate of the institute, who will also work in line with the 8-point agenda of the new hope of the Mr. President. Thank you very much.
Michael Imodu for 4 years. Reverse is the case. He has come here to only grab and plunder. However, we as watchdog of government, and we have a career path or career paths here, and we cannot watch it go down. We have to rescue it, and that is why we have decided to go on rescue mission, which has brought us to a point like this. Because can you imagine a situation whereby a chief executive presiding over a labor institute of Michael Imodu's stature telling us that he doesn't need the recommendation of the honorable minister that you report to get your reappointment? He said that and is working vigorously about it. You know, in our speech, we said it clearly that we have all of our claims documented and it's on the table of the Honorable Minister. About 2 or 3 weeks ago, we were all in the ministry and we also spoke to all the claims that we have before them. And he himself, he was seated and he said all these things could be verified. And as you all know in the media, if there is anything that the president had done that you don't hear from Bayo Ononuga, you don't hear from Sunday Dari, you don't hear from Daniel Buala, definitely I wonder where those congratulatory messages are really coming from. But before now, Mr. Issa Aremu is seriously mobilizing institutions and agencies to suppress the voice of Michael Imudu workers. You know what I am talking about because some of us were living witnesses at the May Day celebration at the stadium.
Everyone, I would love to urge you all to watch Newsbeam TV. It's educative, innovative, informative, and entertaining. Thank you very much.